Natural hoof care basically is, we just talked a little about Petter Paradise, but natural hoof care is basically what it started with. Jamie Jackson was a farrier. He shot horses for a living in the, was it late 70s, early 80s? He'd been a farrier for 10 years. And he came across the same problems that farriers today come across. Pathology in hooves and lameness issues and all sorts. And at some point in his life, him and a friend, they decided that they needed to venture into wild horse country to see the natural horse in order to find out what was natural, because they kind of came to the conclusion that they didn't know. So this is what he did. He spent 4 years going to all the different corrals that are managed by the Bureau of Land Management, and he would measure and measure and measure and measure hooves over and over and over again. These are the hooves of wild mustangs that have just been captured. And other than that, he would be going into wild horse country, following the horses and looking at what they do, their behavior, their lifestyle, of course their hooves, but everything. And then I believe it was 1990 or 92 that he wrote the book, published the book, The Natural Horse. And in this book you still see that he's a farrier, changing his ways. He describes things about shoeing. But the basics of this book, they tell us about the lifestyle of the natural horse. And actually it's the first book that was written this extensively. And from this book and from his work, from his research, derived natural hoof care. And natural hoof care is not just a way or a method to trim the hoof, but it is also a way to address the biological need of the horse. Like any animal, it has gone through evolution. It's gone through a process, and nature has designed it a certain way. And unfortunately, domesticated horses, they don't live that way. So there's all sorts of elements and forces coming in that start to let's say, work on the horse. Some are negative and some are positive. And natural hoof care is a way to approach the horse more holistically, and it enables us to see what is natural and what is not. So we have the natural trim, which is the method on the hoof, but it doesn't stand alone. You know, the natural trim is always accompanied by the way we train the horse, the way we ride the horse, because this also shapes the hoof. And then there's the diet of the horse. What does it eat? Does it eat McDonald's or does it eat broccoli? There's a difference. It's the same for us as for the horse. And then there's, of course, the boarding. How do you manage the horse? How is it able to move itself, you know, when he's on his own? Is he alone? Is he with friends? Is he with other horses? All these things, they come together in natural hoof care. So basically natural hoof care is the holistic approach to caring for the horse and his feet.